All right, what's up with this big bro? You know, you watching Player Talk. We back on another freestyle installment. Late nights on these roads. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what I'm gonna hit you with today is it's a lot of dudes on the internet and people on the internet talking, and they ain't telling no lies, but they just talking about how undateable women are, and like just to state that like women is in, and I've been talking about the shit too, and it's true. But I just want to give dudes like another perspective. Uh, Everything they saying is true. Like for real. Uh, if you approach 10 women, 9 of them ain't gonna be shit for you. Like they might be somebody good for somebody else, but for you, they're gonna be trash. They're gonna be wasting your time, and they're gonna like give you a bad perception of women. So don't waste your time dealing with them. But this is the point of what I'm saying. This is the problem. Like what a lot of women don't recognize is y'all have exposed yourself. Y'all showing y'all hand, and it wasn't that clever of a hand to begin with. So it's like it was real basic and simple. But now dudes know how like women think. So I'm gonna encourage my dudes, use this shit to your advantage, because the way I would say implement this is like it's very obvious now to categorize a woman. Like if you let's say you trying to like you introduce yourself to a girl, and you'll know real quick what category to put her in. Is she a girl that's gonna basically waste your time and just get your attention, and you be like just pursuing and pursuing and pursuing? Is this a girl that has no interest but don't know how to say that to you? Or is this a girl that might genuinely like you, or you got a chance to develop or build something with? In the past, before women start getting all on social media and running their mouths all crazy and shit, telling all their little secrets and shit, all you knew was how much you was interested in the girl. You didn't really know how to label her or categorize her until she did something very specific to put herself in that category. So now, something as simple as a girl saying, I don't need no man, that right there put her in a category. It's some simple shit like that. It lets you know that she don't have a high opinion of men. So I will always encourage dudes, stray away from women who naturally don't have a high opinion of men. I saw a clip of a lady talking. She said some real ass shit. She was like, she said, I don't find the independent, strong black woman as a compliment. She said that's not a compliment to her. She kind of made a joke, and she was like, when she get around men, she act helpless. Like, yeah, I'm a helpless woman, and I need y'all men to step up and protect me and help me. And it makes sense to me. It ain't that the woman herself is weak. It's more so allowing the man to be in the man role, and instead of her trying to be like, I don't need no man, get out of my way, I can do it. Because that's annoying and irritating. And let me give you an example. I gotta use first-hand example so y'all know I ain't just talking, repeating shit I've heard before. Like I got 2 kids. I got 2 beautiful kids. My son Kingston and my daughter Cairo, right? So like they moms, right? Like we ain't together no more. So a big thing was I always had this feeling that like she was just too indifferent about us being together. If you're here, that's good. If you're not good, if you're not here, that's good too. That's indifferent, where you don't care either way. You 50-50 on it. So me personally, I don't want to be with nobody that's indifferent. That just don't work for me. So indifferent is one thing. Indifferent is already bad. Let alone a woman that entertains this ideal of, I don't need you. I don't need a man. So I was doing some sunflower seeds. So before I get too far off on that, right? First question is, why are you dealing with a dude that you had that perception of? Like, I don't even need you. So why would you be dealing with somebody? So I've learned this. normally that say more about the other person than it do about you. Like, so in this case, it say more about her than it do me. The fact that you looked at somebody and was like, I don't need them, but you decided to be with them and have kids with them anyway, that make you look like kind of like suspect. Like, I don't know about you, because I thought very highly of the person when we was initially together. Uh, so this thing, it's one thing to be indifferent. It's a whole nother thing to be like, I don't even need no dude. Because if you don't need some, there's a good chance you're gonna treat it like you don't need it. But when you need something, you prioritize it because it's a need. So this what happens. So I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna be 100% with you, right? So this what happened. We had basically wasn't together no more, but we was cohabitating. We got these kids. So we was doing this for months and months. It could even be more than that, maybe a year and some, where we was just cohabitating, little to no intimacy, no conversation, no companionship on either end. And then it get to the point where y'all both kind of being passive aggressive and shitty towards each other. So I guess she was burnt out with the shit. So it was my birthday, right? My birthday is May 11th. So I get off work. I go over to my homie Steve-O house. I don't even think we lift no weights. I went to my homie Steve-O house. I think we smoked, talked a little shit, and then I head to the crib, right? So I'm not expecting nothing. I ain't expecting nothing, right? So let me set this up right. The week before this, right, I had my key. I keep like my keys in the drawer. I'll come in the house. Normally, first place I go to the kitchen. I'll throw like my keys and my wallet in the drawer. That way, it's always in the same spot, right? So I get up the next morning. It's like last week. This is not literally, but last week from when this story happened. So I get up, and like something just feel different. Like my keys just felt a little different, looked a little different. I looked on there. She done took my door key off. She done took my door key off of my key ring. So I had to be at work. I didn't have time to play and do all that bullshit. So this was her setup. She was already setting this shit up. This one like some spur of the moment shit. This how you know she had this shit planned. And I'm saying this too, so dudes know that women can be, even a woman who in general is a good person, can be a big old piece of shit. So all right, I ain't even thinking about it. Fuck, I'm not about to sit here and, because that's what you want me to do. You want me to sit here and fight with you about this key. Fuck that key. So it's my birthday, right? So I go to my homie Steve-O house, we smoke, and I come to the crib. I don't see my kid's mama car in front of the house, and the house is dark. I'm like, man, ain't this a bitch? I'm like, I know she know I'm getting off of work, you know what I'm saying? She doing this shit on purpose, right? So I knock on the door. I don't hear nothing. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, first off, check to see if the door will open, so I check the handle, nope. So I call her celly. I call her cell phone a couple times, nothing. I'm like, damn. So I had to drive all the way to my mom's house, which was like half an hour away, to get a spare key, because my mom's had a spare key just in case she had to go like get the kids or something like that, or drop the kids off or something. So I drive all the way to mom's crib, half an hour away, get the key, drive all the way back. This hour I done drove, right? So I'm thinking in my head, as soon as I pull up, her car gonna be there, and I wasted this trip, right? I pull up, still ain't nobody out there. House still dark, right? So how did the shit play out? So I open up the door. I got my key. I open the door. All my shit is packed right here at the door. All packed up in trash bags and shit. And some shit just laying out. So me, I'm like, as soon as I see it, I start kind of giggling. I kind of just start laughing because it was kind of funny to me at the same time. So I'm kind of walking through the house like, ain't this a bitch? Like, man, she swears she funny. I'm saying shit like that, right? And I'm glad I wasn't just like popping off saying a bunch of crazy ass shit, right? Because I could have been like, man, this dumbass BITCH and all this and all that, right? But I wasn't even on that. So I got like some of my paint shit downstairs. I had a painting I was working on, this big ass painting. I'm still working on it, to be honest. Had this big ass painting I was working on. So I'm like, oh man, I'm about to get a DV case if she don't fuck with my paint. I go downstairs, my paint's cool. I'm like, oh, thank you. All right. So that let me know. That let me know too that she was capping, because if she was really on some you funky ass nigga, she would have did something with my paint, right? But she knew that's a different. She know that's a whole different line you crossing. So I go upstairs because I'm like, let me check to make sure all my shit. I got all my shit right. So I go upstairs. Guess who in the main bedroom curled up with the kids on some be quiet type shit? Like, shh, shh. I'm just sitting here like, all right, yo, like, no bullshit. You're making me lose respect for you as a person, even outside of our situation. Because it's like, I'm like, so where your car at? That's what I'm thinking. Like, where your car at? And then why are the lights out? Ain't no TV on, ain't no radio on, ain't no lights on, and it's only like 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like she's basically trying to torture me. Like, damn, I'm stuck with this nigga. He won't submit to me. I'm not gonna submit to him. How can I just be as difficult and obnoxious as possible? And like, because I stopped reacting to her after a while, you do all that hollering and screaming and you losing your voice and punching walls, and you only got so much of that in you to where I didn't have no more of that left. So like, even when she would be obnoxious, I just like, damn, my fucking light went out. I'm gonna finish this. Hold up, I'm gonna finish this story best I can. So even when like she being obnoxious, I just didn't have the energy to really get super mad. So I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm just gonna sleep on the couch for the night, and I'll pack this shit up in the morning and get gone. So that's what I did. I just slept on the couch for the night and I packed that shit up in the morning. So now check this though. Now some time done went by. You getting text messages like, I can't do this no more. I need a break. Yeah, blah, blah. Now, mind you, I still take care of my kids. You know what I'm saying? I get money. I spend time. I buy shoes. I buy clothes. I get gifts. I'm there for my kids. I'm about to be doing basketball with them next month for his school. So, it ain't like I'm absent. It ain't like I'm half-assing, But it's like, it's different not having two parents in the household. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, you kicked me out. So you should have this shit under control. Because this is somebody that I literally tell you, I don't need you. I don't need anything from you. But you do. And not that you need me in particular. Men and women need each other, and men have value, and women need to learn how to show that value. So I want to go deeper in this video, but my flash just cut out. So this is gonna be part one. We're gonna come back and do a part two. This big bro Grizz. You watching a freestyle session of Player Talk. Stay up.